What's up, homie? Serge Bathija here, aka Corporate Buddha. Namaste. Peace, love, happiness. So straight up, I'm gonna talk about how and when and why I got into meditation. It's been a long journey, but straight up, like, I had a really good run after law school. I was the #1 revenue producer at the Sacramento Kings, #1 revenue producer at Madison Square Garden Company. Worked in big shops, high-level sales leadership positions at Caesars Entertainment, and just did a ton of stuff. And, I got up to that VP, SVP level sales gig, and a lot of pressure, a lot of intensity, a lot of corporate warfare. Fought some political battles I won. Obviously, there were some that I didn't win. I was always true to who I was. There was a lot of times I probably bit my tongue, but there were times when I didn't, and decided, after this one stint, it was like in 2016, I decided to kind of like throw my head into the entrepreneurial world and started an agency with a buddy of mine. And that was off to a decent start, and then, some issues with the investors, and I basically got pushed out of a company I co-founded, and that's fucked up. Like, if you think about it, like, I was supposed to be the guy, team member that like had the vision and we built around, and the pseudo investors, and I call them pseudo investors, and this is back in 2016. About 2017 now, sorry, because it took us about a year to raise some capital, or so-called capital, because they never came through. But it was like my former business partner, it was like his call who the investors were, and I closed the round, right? But they were really more his contacts, and they pushed me out, and I was devastated. I'll never forget the morning. It was like summer of 2017, one morning that time, I don't know the exact date. I woke up and I was literally in a pool of sweat. I was drenched. I knew it was coming down, and I was about to get pushed out, and and that conversation was probably at 12 noon that day, and that morning when I woke up, I was just completely drenched. And at that time, Facebook, was not as, lame or indifferent towards as I am now, right? Facebook wasn't that lame back then, but a lot of people on it, a lot of childhood friends, and just my network, and I used to see those 21-day Deepak Chopra and Oprah Winfrey 21-day meditations on Deepak Chopra's app. Now it's Chopra Global. At that time, I don't know what it's called. I think it was just Deepak Chopra app or something. And it was like I kept seeing it, and like I was kind of like at that stage where I was like, man, I should meditate, man. Like, I heard so much about it. I was a raging lunatic. That'll be in a different YouTube video. I was a nut job, though. I was such a party animal. Another reason corporate didn't go as well as it could have. But yeah, so I was like seeing it, and I was like, man, I should try that. I should really try to meditate. And I was like, I heard so much about it. And then for, a long time, I was an athlete in college and stuff. And we used to do a lot of visualization. And my mom's a big, religious buff. And so prayer and meditation was kind of always around the house. I just didn't really engage in it. More visualization for tennis, but I was like, all right, I'll try it. It's a free app. It's 21 days. And I tell you, I got hooked. I bought the app right away, and I got into meditation like in 2017, summer of 2017. So you fast forward 8 years, been meditating every day from 1 to 3 times a day, and it's helped me overcome issues with alcohol. I had a serious issue with vodka. We'll get into that in another video. Got over the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. I went completely bankrupt financially. I might not have declared it, but I did. And I've and I had like a failed business partnership, right? Company's still alive, but we haven't gelled yet, and the company hasn't won yet. And so, you know, what happens is yet to be unseen. But as of now, you know, it's like you have all these difficult, and I don't use the FAIL word anymore. I feel like that's a bad word. I mean, it's just as bad as, you know, saying fuck. And, you know, like Kobe was a huge mentor of mine. God bless his soul. And I used to tune into him. And one of the things he said is like he never loses. Like it's just his approach, because even on Monday, if you win, on Tuesday you got to go back to the drawing board and do it all over again. It sucks if you lose, but you still got to do it, right? So if you win, you got to do it again the next day. And if you lose, you got to do it the next day. So I look at it as like, yo, like, the rent's due today. Like, what am I going to do today? And then if that day doesn't go as according to plan, I was like, all right, what's up with tomorrow? And meditation really saved me, man. I'm telling you, like, I'm so calm. I mean, I'm up for another job in I can't even say corporate. It's like a small to medium-sized business, which is probably where I belong. But like, yeah, like mindfulness and meditation has really like done amazing things for my soul, my heart, my mind, my spirit, my soul. Like I ain't broken. And I call meditation meds because they're like natural meds. So I'm a big proponent of meditation, but that ain't your jam. Like figure out your jam, because like life can be pretty significant even through ups and downs, and I'm living proof of that. So thank you for letting me share my story. But that's how I got into meditation, the Deepak Chopra app. And now it's crazy is when my buddy like works with him, and I got to meet him, and yeah, good dude. Namaste, peace, love, happiness.